So hi and welcome. It's Tyler here from Voices Inc. And I've gone ahead and just shot this over-the-shoulder video comparing guitar tricks with JamPlay. So guitar tricks and JamPlay are two of the most popular guitar learning websites out there. They really kind of separate themselves from a lot of the other programs that you might come across. There's free lessons, there's some DVD courses, some books and whatnot. With today's technology, JamPlay, Guitar Tricks, really the top two online lesson programs to consider. And this quick review is just going to compare the dashboards and what you get with Guitar Tricks and with JamPlay, so you can see sort of side to side comparison and then help you kind of make a decision of which one to go with. Before we start, and I'll jump into Guitar Tricks first, below this video or above this video, if you're watching it on YouTube, you can jump over to the actual review on the website, which goes into more detail, the full written review. But directly below this video, you'll find links to an actual free trial for both Guitar Tricks and JamPlay. So I'm going to run through what you get with the dashboard, but anyone could get a full 7-day free trial with JamPlay or a full 14-day free trial with Guitar Tricks at the time of recording this. So you can actually do exactly what I'm doing on your own for free, no money down. I suggest right after this or right now, click the free trial buttons, get both. Use the JamPlay first, it's 7 days, test it out for a few days, then jump over to the Guitar Tricks, test it out, consider both of them and see which one you like better. As we'll see in this review, they're both really good. I recommend both of them. I like both of them. Slight differences, which I will highlight, but really the top two programs to go with. Just test them out for yourself and then continue on if you find them valuable. So strongly consider signing up with those free trials, which are directly below this video. Okay, so jumping right into it here, we're going to first compare the beginner sections of both Guitar Tricks and JamPlay. So we'll start first with Guitar Tricks. Guitar Tricks is the larger of the two. I believe there's something like 2 million members. So I believe it was established first. It's bigger, it has a bit more content. And if you go and read around somewhere else on the web, you'll find a lot of reviews saying that the beginner lessons tend to be slightly better in Guitar Tricks. It's a bit of a preference. You can test them out yourself, but I'll just jump in and start with the beginner lessons here with Guitar Tricks. And again, this is the dashboard that you can sign up for free directly below the video. So the beginner lessons are really well structured. I would have to say with Guitar Tricks, they've got this thing called the core learning system, and it's a nice set of progression through Guitar Fundamentals 1, Guitar Fundamentals 2, and then you move on to Blues, Country, Rock Level 1, Blues, Country, Rock Level 2. So it's a step-by-step plan that you follow from video 1 to video 2 and so forth. So a lot of people like that structure, and for beginners, it's really ideal. So we'll just click Start here, and I'll just show you the quick dashboard. So this is just a welcome video, and if we click Start the course for Guitar Fundamentals, you can see you've got some lesson information and then the contents of this beginner tutorial. So we'll start it with Lisa McCormick. And here you have the dashboard. So you've got the video player here, and you've got the side navigation here. So I'll turn the volume up and just do the intro here and let you listen in and see how the videos look. So this is Chapter 1, Get to Know Your Guitar. So you can see that it's a very introductory level, common models of guitar. Once you're done with this video, you can click here the next button and you navigate to the next guitar lesson. This is fundamentals again, so this would be how to hold the acoustic guitar. As you scroll down, you can see that Guitar Fundamentals, you've got a whole navigation of what's available. How to hold the acoustic guitar. The next lesson is how to hold the electric guitar. Guitar Anatomy 101. So if we click that, so this video, get to know your guitar a little bit. So this is how the beginner section runs for Guitar Trick. It's a step-by-step program, one lesson after the other. And you can see it is a large section. Guitar Fundamentals 1 has all these different sections, how chords work together to make songs, and playing songs in the key of G. What is a key? Major chords of key G, and so forth. So a lot of really good content for beginners. So if we go back, that's the beginner section there, and they've got Guitar Fundamentals 1 and then Guitar Fundamentals 2 as well. So if you start this course and begin the tutorial here, now we're on to Guitar Fundamentals 2. What is a power chord? So again, really introductory stuff, but if you're a beginner, this can be really, really good information. A great way to start from the very beginning, progressing up to more advanced styles such as blues, country, and rock. Now I've just preloaded a lesson here from Anders. I just wanted to show you how the typical video structure with Guitar Tricks works. You normally have one or two camera angles so you can see the left hand and you can see the right hand through the different camera angles. So I'll just let this play for a little bit.
Going up the scale and then bending up slowly, adding some soulful work around it there. Then it's going to go to E minor. We're going to follow that. So we bend up.
So there you can see how good these video lessons are. You've got an angle on your left hand, you've got an angle on your right hand, and then the instructor is speaking with you there as well. Okay, so moving on to JamPlay now, and the dashboard you're looking at is what you can get with the free trial. So directly below this video, you can get your own JamPlay free trial and do exactly what I'm doing. JamPlay has their beginners section set up under lessons tab. So there's, my JamPlay that keeps track of some progress. There's live sessions, there's tools and community, a lot of other things for you to explore. Here with this quick over-the-shoulder review, I just want to get into the core of the video lesson. So JamPlay has it set up through phase 1 for beginners, phase 2 for genres and skills, phase 3 for songs, and phase 4 for songwriting. So let's go and check out the beginners section for JamPlay. And one thing that is different about JamPlay and Guitar Tricks is this beginner lessons section. So Guitar Tricks has it set up where you go through their core learning system, and I'll just run through that one more time here. You've got their core learning system start here, start at the fundamentals, finish that, jump to fundamentals 2, finish that, and then progress to the different styles here. JamPlay, on the other hand, doesn't have this step-by-step progression, and some people don't like that as much. They like the beginner section in Guitar Tricks a little bit better. Guitar Tricks sets it up step by step. JamPlay here, the way they set up their beginner lessons is basically instructors provide their own beginner lesson. So you can see here, these are the acoustic guitar beginner lessons from David, Steve, and a whole list of them. Scrolling down, these are the beginner lessons for the electric guitar, Mark, David, Chris, and Brad, and so forth. So instructors have their own beginner courses. So basically what you do is you find an instructor you like, and then you run through their beginner course. You can do David's beginner course, you can do multiple beginner courses, but they're different with each instructor rather than with Guitar Tricks. They've got their whole fundamental course kind of laid out for beginners. So that's a bit of the difference. If you're a pure beginner, maybe consider Guitar Tricks. However, this beginner section is still really good as well from JamPlay. So if we just jump in here, we'll click on go to the series for David, and just so you can get a better look into the dashboard in the video player for JamPlay. you're going to get a quick overview of what David's going to offer here, and then you've got his lessons here. So lesson 1 all the way down to the last lesson that he offers. So you can see here he starts with the introduction, strings and things, hands on the fretboard, and your first song, and so forth. So just to look at the dashboard, let's click on lesson 4 here, and the dashboard's going to load, and on the right you're going to get a navigation for this particular lesson, lesson 4, and you've got some other supplemental notes. You can create your own notes and so forth. So let's click play, and you can see the video quality for JamPlay.
Hey everybody, Dave Isaacs back with you here for JamPlay.com. And this lesson is going to introduce two of the most common and most familiar chords, the E minor and the A7.
So there you can see this is David's lesson 4 for his beginner section. And if you like David, then you can continue on and run through all his lessons. If you don't like him, you can go and find a different instructor and run through their lesson. So again, the dashboard here, right now, they've got different qualities for the video depending on how good your internet is. Here it's high, and you can see that it's really good quality. The quality is slightly better with JamPlay than Guitar Tricks. Not by much, but they do have an option to go to 4K. So I'll click 4K and just let it load, and then you can just see how good this quality is. Depending on your internet, it's going to take a little bit longer to load.
Great thing about these chords is that they work well together. You hear them used in songs all the time, and they only require 2 fingers, and the movement back and forth between them is real.
So there you can see, you can almost see, the shine on his brow there with 4K. My internet's sort of average, and that's still loaded up quite well. But for most people, you can just stick to high, but you do have that high def option with JamPlay videos. So the second phase of lessons with JamPlay is genres and skills. So this is actually what separates JamPlay from Guitar Tricks. They have a larger selection of genre-based lesson sets. So if you're not a pure beginner and you're a bit more of an intermediate player, then you might find JamPlay offers a bit more because they offer more genres here. You've got jazz, blues, fingerstyle, all the way down to classical, country, and so forth. So they do have a larger collection than Guitar Tricks at the moment. So if we click on jazz, the same setup is the way they set it up for these as they do their beginner classes. You've got these different instructors, and they all have their own lessons in this particular genre. So we'll just randomly click on Brendan here, and again, he's going to offer his different lessons here for the jazz guitar. So if we just click on, lesson 1, we'll go and be taken to Brendan's lessons on jazz. So it will load up. You got your scene selection there. Click play. So he's got his introductory video there for the jazz guitar. There's more than jazz. There's, as I mentioned, a whole list, and that's how they're spread out. Each instructor has a section on blues, an instructor might have a section on metal, and so forth. For Guitar Tricks, it's set up similarly. They just don't have as many different styles. So if you go to their style section, it's set up basically the same way. They've got these 12 styles. So if we click on, jazz for them, the same setup will be present. They've got different titles from different instructors for the various jazz guitar lessons, and they've got that for each type of style. So in terms of intermediate styles of guitar in different genres, JamPlay does have a bit more to choose from. Guitar Tricks for the beginner lessons, they have slightly more of a step-by-step progression in their core learning system. So the last section that I'm going to talk about before we cut this video off, because it is running on a little bit long here, is just the song. So with both Guitar Tricks and JamPlay, you can learn how to play specific songs. You click the Learn to Play Songs, and you can see you've got a list of all their songs, titles. You can sort it by difficulty, artist, style, the newest songs added, and so forth. So Guitar Tricks tends to have a larger list of songs. However, if you jump over and look at the song section from JamPlay, certainly a really, really large list as well, and it's basically set up the exact same way. You've got your teacher here who's going to run through a lesson on a specific song, and it's set up the exact same way here for Guitar Tricks. So not a lot of difference there, but Guitar Tricks maybe has a few more songs than JamPlay. So all in all, they're both really, really good programs. Guitar Tricks tends to have slightly a better setup for beginners, but not necessarily, because you can certainly find a good instructor on JamPlay and run through their beginner lessons. JamPlay has slightly more genres to go through, so intermediate players might find that a bit more useful, and the video setup might be slightly better in terms of high quality, but Guitar Tricks, the videos are excellent as well. So in terms of pricing, they're basically almost the exact same price. JamPlay, has a monthly, quarterly, and yearly subscription. Monthly is $19.95. If you pay for 1 year, it's $159. Sometimes they do have sales as well, which you can find below. So those prices are almost identical to Guitar Tricks. After you do a free trial with Guitar Tricks, you can click Get Full Access, and you can see here that they offer a 20% coupon. So you can either pay $19.95 per month, which is the exact same as JamPlay, or you can click the coupon and you can actually get a full year for $143. So you can get this coupon and this savings on a year plan if you sign up for the free trial. You can do that directly below this video. So I hope that you found this useful. Basically, there's a bit more to cover, but that's the fundamental behind the lessons of JamPlay and Guitar Tricks. I strongly suggest that either one of these is going to be excellent for you. Get a free trial of both, test them both out, see which one you like better, and I hope that you improve your guitar skills in the future. Take care.